Why there will definitely be an election. The elites love to divide and conquer. Just look at the predictive programming in movies like Civil War and Leave the World Behind. So once you realize that politics are pure theater mind control, then the only question is, what are they hurting us to? They are obviously pushing us to the end of Western civilization. When George Bush and others talked about a new world order, what that means is the destruction of the United States, which is the old world order. So if you look at the people who listen to Q and other gatekeepers feeding misinformation, you will think that there is not going to be an election. But that is what they want you to think. They feed false leads to us all the time. Newsflash, they run the entire system. Anyway, I am making this video to remind people of what I said after it happens. I warned you that the left and the right were really on the same team and most people didn't listen. And then the left and the right both passed H.R. 6090, which makes the Bible illegal. So let's talk about why there will be an election. The only reason there would not be an election would be to instigate the right into starting a civil war. Some people would mistakenly assume the reason was to prevent Trump from becoming president, but that is just naive. If they want Trump to be president, he will be president. If they don't want Trump to be president, he will not be president. It has nothing to do with the illusion of voting. But if you still believe in that, then enjoy your placebo. Stopping an election for martial law or whatever would not instigate the right to take up arms. Here's why: the right is pacified by voting and laws. They talk about their pew-pews, but they never do anything but vote. They are waiting for someone to knock on their door to take things from them. So they wait for the battle to come to them. The right has had over 100 years to do something about the Federal Reserve, and at least half of them don't even understand that the Federal Reserve has led to all this. So they have a track record of not uprising. The right have passively accepted the yoke of the Federal Reserve all this time and have done nothing about it. Wake up. If the dollar crashed and there was a liberal president in office, it would turn Trump into a type of mythical hero, like King Arthur or whatever. All this would do is to make Trump into a savior figure. This would encourage the right to fight back more during the transition to a new world order and possibly convince others on the left to join them. Kinda like a martyr. The elites do not want this. It does not fit their plan to demonize the Christian right and label them as domestic you-know-whats. They will demonize the two witnesses the same way. So if the real powers that be wanted to instigate a civil war, that the way to start this is not by stopping elections. Because the right will not rise up. They will just keep voting. The left, on the other hand, will start a revolution over anything. They are easy to ignite and they do not respect law. So when Trump is elected, and he will be elected, they will blame him for the upcoming crash of the dollar and instigate the left into starting a civil war. Think about it. They have to blame someone for the crash of the dollar, and if Biden or whoever was still in power, people would blame the left. They need to blame the right, who believe in patriotism for the old world order, also known as the United States. Remember, they need to blame the right for the crash of the dollar, or then everyone would say Trump could have fixed it if only he was elected or whatever. After Trump is elected, I will remind you that I told you so.